Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to welcome everybody to tonight's Dayton City Council meeting. It's December 6th, 2022. Roll call, please. Ms. Myers.
Mayor Baker.
Here.
Member Bolter. Member Neary.
Here.
Member Neiman. Here. Member Kelly.
Here.
Member Levens. Here. Member Basler.
Here.
City Administrator Fawcett.
Here.
City Attorney Edmondson.
Here.
All right. Thanks for everybody for making it out a nice rainy night here in December in Dayton, Kentucky. Now, if all would please rise for a moment of silence and a pledge of allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you very much. Now for the mayor's report. First thing I wanted to state is we had a huge success this last week with Light Up Dayton. Right here in this room, we had hundreds of kids came through here and got to meet with Santa and Mrs. Claus, and they got a really cool gift. Over in that room, they got to pick out like basketballs and Bluetooth speakers and stuff that was like really cool gifts. And it was all thanks to the Civic Activities Board, who spent months putting this on and making sure that these kids had a real deal Christmas. So huge thanks to the Civic Activities Board, Public Works, all the volunteers for making that happen. It's one of our greatest traditions, and this year went off without a hitch. It was great. The light up was great. We have some new Christmas lights up there. They look great. Good job, Jared, on that. And so congratulations, guys. I appreciate it. Second thing on the mayor's report is I want to give thanks to somebody. When you run for public office, it's not easy. You spend a lot of time after hours, and you take a lot of complaints about potholes and other things, and some things are like really important, and some things are just kind of annoyances. But you take those phone calls, and I know one person in this city who's done that a lot. He's always taken that phone call, always taken the Facebook message, the tweet, the Instagram post. I don't know. They always do it, and then they put their name on the ballot, and they work hard. And one of those members is with us today, and it's Scott Basler. And Scott's done so much for this city, and he's pushed us. He's pushed us hard, and sometimes that's great. Sometimes it's interesting. Scott always pushes, and we love having him here on council. And Scott he decided not to run this last session. So this is Scott's final night on city council. And Scott, I wanted to thank you for your service to the city. You've done great things. You've done lasting things that people generations from now will still see, and we appreciate you. So would you mind coming over here for a second? Let me get it out of that little box. That they give it to me in. But I wanted to present Scott with a key to the city.
Thank you.
Let Jared get the shots.
Sweet.
All right. Thanks.
Thank you to everyone in Dayton that's, dealt with me and put up with me and voted for me, some of you. But it's been a pleasure to serve for Dayton. I'm not saying I'm going to not run again in the future, so y'all do a good job without me. And speaking to your microphone so I can hear you at home.
Thank you, Mayor Basler. You'll be missed, buddy. Next on the agenda will be the minutes. Do we have an approval for the minutes from November 1st, 2022, the last city council member? Vinnie?
Move to approve the minutes from November 1st, 2022.
Mr. Neary has made the motion. Do we have a second?
I'll second.
Second by member Baszler. Any comments? Questions, concerns? All in favor?
Aye.
Any nays? Any abstentions?
Abstention.
Member Kelly is abstained. Next, we'd like to invite Chief Halfhill for a presentation on the promotion and invitation some employees. Mr. Halfhill.
All right, thank you, Mayor and Council. We're back again. I'm going to have 2 awards that I'm going to present for promotions that we just had in the police department, and then we have a oath of office that the mayor is going to do just like we did 2 months ago for Mallory. So the first one I'm going to do is we lost Officer Getz. Getz was here a couple months ago. Presented him with his promotion for sergeant. He was number 1 on the test. He's from Ohio. He moved to Ohio. So I knew his ultimate goal was to go back to Ohio, which he did. He took a job with Coleraine Township. So that was tough for us. I sent him through the academy. He worked with us for well over 5 years. He did a great job for the city. Did a lot for the kids, and I wish him luck. I still talk to him and check on him periodically. So that brings us to the promotion of Jeffrey Lindkugel. Jeffrey, he was second on the list, so it's the next man up, and that was Jeffrey. So Jeff's been with us. We got him from Cold Springs. He's been here roughly about 2 years, since about November. So Jeff has a 4-year degree in criminal justice at EKU and just completed his master's at Xavier University. So he's got a total of about 5 years as a patrolman total in all his years. He does our community relations. We have, he does Summer Bash when we get the community together for the civic board. He does the holiday donation drive, which we just had at Kroger, where we partner with Newport and Fort Thomas Police. So we just get donations for kids in need. And then he's going to be this weekend. We have Cops and Kids, which was the old Shop with a Cop. It's now called Cops and Kids. He is a certified DARE officer and looking for new ways to bring the community together. And he is my community relations officer. So I expect big things of him, and I want to present him with an award on his promotion to sergeant. Then our second promotion, we lost Officer Whitlow to Campbell County Police. He moved out to Campbell County, so that left the detective spot open for us. Jacob Mangan is promoted into the position of detective. Jacob's been with us almost roughly about 4 years, a little over 4 years. He came in 2018. We got him out of the police department. So he's been very well groomed in the police department, numerous trainings, and it was kind of a no-brainer that he would be our next detective. He's been on the job just like Sergeant Lindkugel for the last, I think it's about October, last week in October, so a little over a month. We were going to do it last month, but I was out of town, so we didn't get it done. So that's why we're doing it here in December. So I want to promote Jacob Mangan to detective. Jacob will be attending basic investigator school in March 30th of next year. It's a 2-week class, so we wish him luck in that. And then the third presentation we had was a new officer that we hired, Ryan Fern. Ryan, you want to step up here with me? Ryan is a little bit different with the police department, whereas he did 8 years as a military police officer. And this is something that the Department of Criminal Justice Training now allows people that have military police experience. They will accept that. And he was POP certified, which is to become a certified police officer in the state of Kentucky. So that's a new thing that the state of Kentucky has done, and he's a representation of that. So we got Ryan from NKU. So he did 8 years of military police, a year at NKU. He is part of the 377th Military Police Company of the United States Army. And he's married, 2 children, 1 boy, 1 girl. They couldn't make it tonight because they had a school play. So they couldn't be here. So Mayor, if you would step up and give Ryan the oath of office. We're a 4th-class city. I do.
Thank you, Chief. You raise your right hand, please, sir. I, Ryan Fern,
I, Ryan Curran,
swear that I will faithfully perform the duties of the office
swear that I will faithfully perform the duties
of police officer
of police officer
of a 4th-class city,
for class city,
that I possess the required qualifications,
and possess the required qualifications,
and that I shall not interfere with any election.
and I shall not interfere with the election.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Congratulations.
All right, and that's all I had for my presentation of awards and acknowledgement of our new police officer. Thank you.
Thank you, Chief. Thank you, Chief. Thank you, officers. Very proud of the work you guys do. Very excited to have new members and to be able to promote within. You guys are awesome.
One of the signs is not an exit.
What was that rain hitting? Oh.
Next on the agenda, I'd like to ask anybody from the audience if they would like to have any comments, questions, or concerns regarding any legislation appearing on tonight's agenda. And again, this is just for this meeting's agenda. I don't see anybody making their way to the podium, so we'll go ahead and close it out. I have a couple ordinances on the docket tonight. The first one will be the second reading of ordinance 2022 number 26. Now, this is an ordinance amending section 150.82 of the Dayton Code of Ordinances to correct the definition of business license tax. If you would, please, Ms. Myers.
City of Dayton ordinance number 2022, number 26, an ordinance amending section 150.82 of the Dayton Code of Ordinances to correct the definition of business license taxes.
Thank you, Ms. Myers. And again, this is a second reading. So we'll need a motion to accept ordinance 2022, number 26. Do I have a motion to accept this ordinance?
I'll make a motion to accept ordinance 2022, number 26.
Member Kelly's made the motion to accept. Do I have a second? Member Lovins has made the second. That opens it up for comments, questions from the council. Does anybody from comments, questions from our city council? All right, we'll go ahead and close that out then. Do I have a roll call, please, Ms. Myers?
Member Neary?
Aye.
Member Neiman?
Aye.
Member Kelly?
Aye.
Member Lovins? Member Baser?
Aye.
The ayes have it. Next on the docket would be the second reading of ordinance 2022, number 27. This is an ordinance creating a new subchapter of 96 of the Dayton Code of Ordinances titled the Public Right-of-Way Ordinance. Ms. Myers, please.
City of Dayton, Kentucky, ordinance number 2022, number 27. An ordinance creating a new subchapter of Chapter 96 of the Dayton Code of Ordinances titled the Public Right-of-Way Ordinance to regulate use of public right-of-ways in the City of Dayton, Kentucky.
Thank you, Ms. Myers. Do I have a motion to accept ordinance 2022, number 27?
I'll make that motion to accept.
Thank you, Member Baszler. Do I have a second?
I'll second the motion.
Thank you, Ms. Neiman. Do you have any comments regarding number 2022, number 27? All right. I'm going to go ahead and close it out. Do we have a roll call, please, Ms. Myers?
Member Heeman?
Aye.
Member Kelly?
Aye.
Member Levens? Member Baszler?
Aye.
Member Neary?
Aye.
The ayes have it again. It's kind of a light docket tonight, guys. Might get home early. We have no new orders or resolutions, but we do have the department head reports. I know how much that the city staff and department heads love the wheel. So we're going to go ahead and bust out the wheel again and see who goes there first. It's called Spin on my phone. Department heads reports. Who goes first? We don't know. It's blue. That means police. Chief Halfo, you win.
Okay, yeah, my monthly report for December, very uneventful month. Knock on wood, yes, I like to say uneventful, not the Q word. Officer Fern has been released from FTO, which is field training, and he's done a really great job this past couple weeks, on his own. So he's going to be a great addition to the police department. But you have my monthly report. Have anything else to add to that? Anybody has any questions?
No questions for Chief Halfhill? You're doing a great job, man. Your force is looking great. We appreciate what you do.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
Yes, sir. All right, going back to the wheel. Oh, man. Rick is getting off easy. Orange, Public Works, for the orange vest you wear.
With them buses, everybody can hopefully see, we got to put the decorations out, and I'll be bringing in 75 tons of salt from Waldo. I guess I got another little project that just happened to take care of tomorrow. And, but other than that, what I really like to say is, that Thanksgiving luncheon was great. I mean, that was great. 25 pounds of potatoes.
Your crew ate half of them.
I've seen them with a big bag to go. But yeah, we ought to do that once a month.
We should do it more often.
Yeah, it was great. It was great. I mean, Garrett was up at 4 o'clock in the morning for the turkey. It was good. That was great to see. Other than that, I mean, we're seeing paving done. Jason will have a little report about SD1 starting pretty soon. Anybody have any questions?
Is the paving list completed?
Yes. For the city paving now, state says they're going to pave Route 8.
Right.
Flood wall to Gaskins. But I don't know if it's too late, the season, they were waiting for us to finish our project. The project went on for a month on the 4th and Kenton.
Right.
So I asked Mike, I sent emails to him today saying, what's the status on this? Hopefully find out whether that's going to go on now or they're going to wait till the spring, I'm not sure. But it's getting that time of year when they're starting to close down these
The asphalt plants. Thank you.
But Riegler was out here today, so they're still doing it.
And they'll be back to crack seal and curb seal and all that too.
Right.
That's all I have.
But our projects, the ones we did with municipal road aid funds are finished.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay, thanks.
Thanks, Franklin. Again, what you and your crew did with Light Update was amazing.
Yeah, I mean, it worked out great. It saved, I mean, Derek did an excellent job laying it all out. And he got all the stuff that we needed and, it probably saved us over a week's worth of work by doing it that way. And plus, I think it looks nice. I mean,
And Jordan didn't get injured?
plays,
Jordan didn't get injured?
no, Jordan didn't get injured.
That's the first time in his career. That's great. Good for him.
At least it was a different eye each year.
And there was big taxpayer savings too.
Oh, yeah.
The cost this year was a lot less than in years past, so.
He broke the numbers down. It was big time.
We saved thousands.
Oh, yeah.
That's great.
Like 10,000.
Close to 10,000.
Yeah, that's crazy.
That's amazing.
And we got it done a lot quicker, and it's easier to maintain when something goes wrong, so. And we'll probably take us 2 days to take everything down instead of 7 or 8 or 10 and fighting with the weather and all that, so.
Don't eat too much.
With that,
Don't eat too much
hey,
on the test. Like,
oh, no, right, oh, no, I mean, it looked great. We changed
Don't
the,
eat too much.
there was a lot of work that we did when he came on board. The first time we put those lights up the trees like that. But yeah, I mean, it all looks good, no matter how we do it. I mean, next year's gonna be bigger.
Right.
You know, it'll be bigger each year. For at least 2 more years anyway, we'll run out of room.
Fantastic work.
Okay, thanks.
Thanks, Rick. Enjoy your evening. That concludes the department head reports, which moves us along to Mr. Fawcett for his city administrator's report.
Cassie
Right, Cassie?
Oh, Cassie, I'm sorry.
and Chief.
And Chief Atkins,
I'm spinning that wheel. See who goes first. Sorry, it's red. Fire. Chief Atkins, the floor is yours. My bad. I thought we only.
Thank you, sir. You all have my report. Just a couple things to touch on. As I say it every month, the runs are up. Continue to be up from where we were this time last year. We did lose 2. We hired 2 to replace them. One was a brand new medic with no fire hours. One is an EMT with very limited fire hours. So we will put through medic school, but I did lose another one. Again, going to other places for higher pay, and I am losing one at the end of the year for his retirement. We posted about a month ago, and nobody's really checking all the boxes. I will have lost 4 medics by the end of the year, and we're just too busy to keep hiring brand new people. So what we're planning to do is utilize some part-time experienced firefighter medics to supplement, because I'll have 2 open spots until we being the cities and I can figure out some sort of plan for the future. We finished up our hydrants for the year. We do have to go out every fall and check those, drain, marking ones that are leaking, let the water district know. We have a fire board meeting coming up on the 21st.
Here or there?
I think it's gonna be there just because of what we hit planning, zoning, whatever. I think we just figured we start bouncing back and forth next year. So yeah, that'll be at the Callahan Center in Bellevue on the 21st.
Sorry. I mean,
That's all
Anybody
I
have any questions for Chief Atkins? All right. Thank you very much for your time, sir.
I have a quick question.
Oh, there's a question.
We had that big fire on 6th and
Yes.
Urban Terrace a little while ago, and ran into her, and I was talking to her, and she said there was a moment where she kind of froze and didn't know what to do next, and I thought I could see myself doing that, and I was wondering if maybe we could list just basic things that you should know and have available in case of a fire in your home, and what to do, just sort of like the top 10, this is what you should do, as far as even like checking the fire detectors right now, or you're supposed to do it in the fall and the spring or something like that.
Yeah, whenever the time changes, it's always recommended to change your batteries. So,
But kind of a
sure, we can. list
top
stuff out.
10, are you safe, what to do in the event of,
Yeah, absolutely. Keep posting stuff, and we'll post it on our social media.
Okay.
Make sure both the cities have it as well.
okay, thanks.
That was a big fire and very unfortunate.
Was,
But I've seen nothing but compliments to your staff on how they responded, because that's the kind of staff we have.
I set up here every month and say, it's them, it's not me, it's all them. I put my guys, my 15 people, 14 people now, but it's anybody. They do it every day. I can bring people in here right now who are walking the streets because of me.
Mhm.
When we got there, they were dead. They walked out of the hospital a lot. It's because of them, not me, it's them. And that's every day. I mean, I see it on a daily basis. So that's why I'm so passionate to see it constantly make sure it's always in the forefront. That this is what we're up against, this is what I'm experiencing. Basically, today we had 2 fires. So yesterday, we had one in Bellevue, and we ended up, we were on that fatal fire. So, and in addition to making one name, which was, it's every day.
You guys are great.
Sorry.
Thank you, Chief.
Thank you all.
Happy holidays. All right, Cassie, the floor is yours, I guess. I'm going to have to spin the wheel.
So you have a copy of my report. December's kind of, I won't say slow month. It's a month that we try to catch up on a lot of things. So Jay and I are working on the third top 10 vacant provided property list. We're this close, so we should have it by the January meeting for sure. And we're updating the first one and the second one. I think did we decide the first one's totally completed? The first top 10 list, it's totally completed.
No, there's like one left on it.
Is there one left? Okay.
And then on the second list, we have about half of them that are resolved.
Right.
But yeah,
So we've been working on that. There's kind of a lot of things going on in the office. That's about it. It's no grass complaints right now, so that's a good thing. Yeah, do you have any questions?
Thanks for your work,
Thank you.
Ms. Patterson. Happy holidays. Did I forget anybody? No, everybody's accounted for? Fantastic. Thank you so much. Now, Mr. Fawcett, the floor is yours for the city administrator's report.
Thank you, Mayor. Manhattan Boulevard, the very last coat of the asphalt went down on the extension. It's completed yesterday. It looks good, rides very smoothly. I also had an opportunity to meet yesterday with Linda Sullivan, who's developing a number of the properties. They're probably got 4 or 5 projects that are in line to start here the next year. So they're really moving along, including what they call their signature site at the very beginning of Manhattan Boulevard, where the Mid-City Riverboats Marina is. They got some big plans for that. So they're still in the development design stage with that. They're getting close, and hopefully I'll have something to show you here in the next meeting.
Will that design have to be approved by planning and zoning and/or council?
So the planning and zoning will be involved in the site plan review, and then there's also an architectural review committee that's just based on Manhattan Harbor. They'll have to sign off on the design features. You all will not have, unless there's a zone change, it won't be, really, you will have no influence on that. So planning commission includes the site plan, but that's a planning commission function. It doesn't come to you guys.
My concern is for the riverfront trail connection to Bellevue and the easement that we have across that
We've
property.
already talked with them. So we put an easement in the parking lot, just it's like a placeholder.
Right.
And so what I think is going to happen, Bellevue is in the process of doing their trail. It's going to go next to the DuPont property right down the river. There's a paper street there. And we've talked to, I talked to them specifically about this. They're probably going to take that right along the river and have what they call boardwalk promenade. They're going to incorporate it in their development so that it goes along the river and then connects there along the river. That's the initial plan. We'll have a better idea once that is done. They know for sure that it's going to be part of the development. Our easement is currently in the middle of the parking lot, which doesn't make sense. It makes a lot more sense to put it on the river anyway. So that's looks like what's going to happen.
I have one random question about that trail. I'm just always so surprised at how close it is to the river. In the future, do the cities that they go through, are they entirely responsible for fixing them when?
Yeah, so the maintenance is, once it's done, the maintenance is responsibility of the city.
And the trail that they put in for us so far, is is it just straight up concrete on dirt, or there are pilings, or like, I don't know, I just see those, you know, if water keeps on hitting here.
I wasn't here during the construction first, but I don't think there's any pilings on the first phase, but they do, I mean, how thick's that concrete? I know they do.
8 inches, 8 to 10 inches, and plus it's got a lot of rock underneath, where the hell, the riprap on the bank and stuff.
So it's on riprap?
Yeah, all that stuff got chewed up with smaller pieces. And then they brought in like number 2 rock, put down, they put about 8 inches, number 2 underneath, then they put it down.
The concrete's
It's gonna be pretty sturdy.
Yeah, the concrete's designed to be able to hold the SG1 trucks that are down there to work on the sewer line. So, yeah, it's pretty solid. But yeah, most of it's on rip, you know, they put the rip rack down and then they put gravel on top of that, and then concrete on top of that. So I think it's pretty stable. I mean, if it gets close to the river, they may have to do some piering, but I think they're trying to avoid it, that it's really expensive.
All right, thank you.
So, other thing is, speaking about Manhattan Boulevard, we have the new tapestry building, it's going up, as you know, they build those things pretty quickly, and they're already starting on the ground floor of that, all the lumber's been placed on the property, and then Stark is also redoing the road that runs along the marina, and he's, has asphalt trucks there today doing a, back into the marina, so they're gonna move the boats from the west side of the marina to the east side of the marina, and they're building the ramp that goes down the river that will allow you to launch a boat down there. So that's happening right now. We talked about the third top 10 list, and I just want to recognize our city clerk's office. Tiffany, of course, took over for Donna earlier this year. We have a new assistant city clerk. We just did our taxis, and they did a great job, especially for folks doing this job for the first time. A lot of people come in, pay their taxes still, and do a wonderful job at the window, and did a very good tax collection season. We'll report probably next meeting about that, but I just wanted to recognize the great job they did this year. That's all.
Does anybody from city council like to address Mr. Fawcett?
We had, a few months ago, surplus the 2 vehicles that were out here, the code enforcement car and one of the police cars. Were they ever, I thought they were purchased?
I'm not aware of that. I don't think so. Did we surplus one of your cars, chief? Did we surplus one of your police cars?
2 cars.
Two.
Public Works, one of our cars. Or not Public Works, but
Well, we thought about the code enforcement, maybe not selling it because we may need that for Brian, the new license inspector. So I think we probably need, I don't know, a police car. You want to try to go through that online? Seem like the best route. We probably should do that. We haven't done that.
Okay. Thank you.
Any other questions for Administrator Fawcett? All right, thank you very much, Mr. Fawcett. I'd like to open up the podium for audience comments regarding anything, really. The podium is open. I was going to say, you're looking for something, Barry.
I've been in conversation with Cheryl Scott, the Cape Constable, she's a British Council coach. And they have some students that need some volunteer time. I know I sent out an email a couple months ago and they might got totally crazy or something. She needs some kind of liaison to, who she can contact. And see how to go about follow up with this.
You can send me an email and I can put her in with some of the different groups.
Okay.
Like Lila would have been a perfect one. We have a couple of students that I know who we're looking at from, I want to say, oh, she's going to kill me. I want to say NCC. She's been, works with, so that one's open.
And there's another thing that I noticed, that Cincinnati is, voted on the police street policy. policy like complete streets.
Complete Street?
Yes.
What's that?
For, bikes, walkability, cars. I know we have, I know you guys talk about the bump outs, and I know that's part of this whole complete streets idea, pedestrian safety, priority. And, you know, I do a lot of walking, and it's a big concern for me. I see a lot of cars parked in the driveway, that are blocking the sidewalks. And it makes it really difficult for people with handicap or the children. They put some children out in the street. They have to get by somehow. And if there is a policy that, they would like to, implement, I'd like to be part of it.
Yeah, we've been talking, I think, during our spring strategic session with the city council. One of the issues we talked about making this community more walkable and more biker friendly. You know, like with Berry Street connection, there's a great opportunity to put, bike lane on that road, get you up to the trails. So those are things that we've talked about, that we don't have a plan in place, and maybe that's something we'll look at doing.
Thanks.
Thank you, Barry. One of our best volunteers in the city. Thank you so much for what you do. So the podium is still open for anybody from the audience who would like to address city council administration. And we're going to go ahead and close that if nobody else wants to use it. All right, let's go ahead and close. Do we have any unfinished business the council would like to address? Seeing some nods that say no, so we'll go ahead and close that. Which brings us on to new business. Do we have any new business that council would like to address with administration?
Yes, I would, sir.
Yes, sir, please.
And I want to mirror what you said earlier, thanking Councilman Baszler for his service to the community. 2 terms, I believe. I'll still never forget that night on the front steps of the lodge when Ben got elected and you got elected at the same time. It was a great evening. And what you have done with the lodge, I said it that night, that was a turning point for this city. You've invested in this community. You brought arts to the community, which was sorely needed. Your volunteerism with every kind of project, whether it be Sergeant Parker or picking up trash along the way and making people more aware of that in the community. That's the kind of energy this city really needed. I want to thank you for your service. I know we'll still hear from you a lot and you'll still be involved with the community. But I just wanted to say you have made this place a better place, and I thank you for that.
Thank you, Member Neary. I'm sorry, you're sitting right next to Beth. I echo your thoughts. Scott's been amazing on council and an even better citizen. So, thank you. Any other new business? I'll go ahead and close that out. I believe that there is a reason to go into executive session this evening.
There is, we will go into executive session under KRS 61810 sub 1C to discuss pending litigation.
Thank you, Mr. Fawcett. So we're going to go ahead and go into executive session. So if you are on council, you're welcome to come back after executive session. If not, oh, we can do that. We have a super nice new room now.
We can go in there.
All right, let's do that. We'll
Set direct a few chairs.
we'll convene in there for executive session. If you guys do leave, happy holidays.
Tiffany,
Attention. We need a motion to go into executive session. I forgot about that.
I'd like
Do
to
we have
make
to
a
be
motion. Okay.
Member Bezos made a motion.
I'll second that motion.
Second's got by Member Neiman. All in favor?
Aye.
Any nays? All right, we're going to executive session. Bezos made the motion to leave executive session. And I had a second by member Kelly. All in favor?
Aye.
Any noes, any abstentions? All right, we're going to go ahead and accept that motion to leave executive session, which brings
No action was taken.
no action was taken. Thank you, Member Fawcett. So next, we have a motion to adjourn.
I would like to make the motion to adjourn.
That's actually really is the last motion that Member Bezos making to adjourn.
I'll second.
Second by Member Kelly.
Oh,
All in favor?
that was me.
Oh, Member Neiman, I'm sorry. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Oh, then the ayes have it. I wish everybody a very happy holidays. Be safe. Spend time with your families. And see you in the new year. Session's